Hi, I'm going to talk about homework in this video. Each week there will be one homework that will be due, and the summary table for the weekly folder tells you what homework is due and when it is due. And I'm going to use week 3 as an example. So you must first complete your classwork and then only attempt homework. Classwork you can do in groups, but all assessments including homework must be completed on your own without consulting among your other students. If you have any questions, you need to contact me or the tutor. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the homework here. Now, some homework will involve one or more problems that must be done in Excel. Okay, if that is so, then I will provide an Excel shell file for you, and you need to download that shell file and then enter. When prompted, you need to enter your Marks UTC ID, and here I have a document or a video that shows how to download and open a homework shell file. So you must follow those instructions, and you should also look at this Word document that describes what you should do or what you're expected to do and what you're expected not to do, the do's and don'ts of Excel. So review those and make sure that you follow all the guidelines and instructions. If you don't follow any of those instructions, you may end up with a 0 or worse. Okay, so make sure that you understand. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay. Now, those problems that are not required to be done in Excel, then you can use paper and pencil, and then once you've completed that, you can scan it and submit it. Okay, so I'll talk about that in just a second. But first, let me talk about the Excel. But you can also use Excel if you wish for those problems that are not required to be done in Excel. Okay, so in this week 3 homework, there is a problem that you have to do in Excel. So I have the Excel shell file, so you can simply add an additional sheet and do your work in that additional sheet. But if there is not a problem that is required to be done in Excel, like for example in week 1, there is no problem that needs to be done using Excel. So, but if you want to use Excel, so here you have an option. In week 3, you didn't have an option. You have to use the Excel shell file for the Excel part. Okay. The only option there that is whether you do the other problems in Excel or not. So here you have an option. Either you can use paper and pencil, scan it and turn it in, or if you want to do in Excel, okay, so this is the optional part, whether you want to do in Excel or not. If you choose to do it in Excel, then you must download this Excel shell file that I've provided. Okay. So if you do the Excel, if you choose to do it in Excel and you do it on your own, then I will not grade those files. So you have to download the Excel shell file that I have provided, okay, and again you must personalize it by entering your Marks UTC ID, okay, so that I will know that it is your file and not just somebody else's file that you simply uploaded. Okay, so if it is not a file that you download from here and personalize and do your work and upload, and you're going to get 0 or worse. I'll refer you to the honor code if you submit somebody else's file. Okay, so you must make sure that understand the optional part and the required part. Okay. There are homework where you will have problems that must be done in Excel, so you have to do those in Excel. The option there is the other problems that are not required to be done in Excel. Okay, and then there are homework where there is no required Excel problem, in which case the entire homework can be done in paper and pencil, okay, or you can do it in Excel. That's the optional part. But if you decide to do it in Excel, then you must download the Excel shell file that I have provided. Okay, so make sure that you read the do's and don'ts and how to open the Excel file. So now let me go over what I expect your Excel file to be. If you're going to use Excel, then you must make sure that you work the problem in a way that is understandable okay, and not all values everywhere, and we are not able to follow what you're doing. So here is a simple example from chapter 1. Okay, so I have all the given information right here. So hospital laundry, hotel laundry, what it is, what the numbers are, okay, what is the rate, and all of these are given information. So I have entered all the given information in separate cells like this, okay, and I have labeled all of them on the left side, so a reader will immediately be able to understand what these numbers mean. And then I have the computations on this side. You don't have to lay it out exactly like how I have done, and you could put the computations down below if you like, but side by side is better, because you can see the given numbers and the computations. And so here the output, I have a formula there, okay. So note here, okay, the formula is completely based on cell references. I've not used the numbers here, like, okay, so this is 2000 times 4, 3000 times 3. Okay, I am using the cell references for computing the formula. I'm not hard coding the numbers into the cell, and that's very important. And also, if there are a little more complicated formulas, and I have some explanation here, okay, how I got those numbers, okay. And again, remember, never use numbers in the formulas. Always put the numbers in separate cells and use those cell references in the formula. Okay. And I have used proper format. So here the dollar values are properly formatted with the currency format, and then I have adjusted the number of decimal places to 2 or 4 decimal places. So and then I have also labeled the problem number, and then highlighted what the important items are, used bold and so on. So you must organize and format your Excel work in a way that is understandable and we are able to easily follow. If your work is kind of messy, we're not able to follow, then you're going to get just 0 for the problem. So you must make sure that you do the assignment in the proper way. Now, if you're going to do this in paper and pencil, so in that case, it is your responsibility to make sure that all the pages are properly scanned. Don't take photographs, because photographs do not come out really very well. So go to the library, scan it, and then convert the scans into a PDF file. If you upload the JPG file, JPG files don't render in Blackboard, so you're going to get 0. So you have to convert all the pages into a single PDF file, 1 or maybe 2 maximum. Okay. So if you have an Excel part and a PDF part, then you can have 2 files then. But I want 1 PDF file for all your paper and pencil part. Okay. So make sure that it is oriented properly. Don't submit something that is sideways. We can't turn around our head to read your stuff, so you need to make sure that it's oriented properly. Okay. High quality scan in 1 single PDF file. Okay. And your work should be very legible and should be properly documented. Okay. So then you upload, and I have given instructions for upload. You'll come back to the same page and you click on the link, and you have assignment submission right here. So here you have to attach the file, and then you have to click submit. Just simply attaching and then going away without submitting is not going to upload the file. So you have to do 2 things. You have to attach the file and submit. And remember, if it is an Excel file, make sure that it is the completed Excel file. If there is a tilde sign at the beginning of the file name, then you're uploading a temporary file which has nothing. Okay, so you're not going to, your homework might end up being late. So make sure that you're uploading the correct file.